To make it stable?
No.
No?
Not quite.
Oh, what is this?
Oh, you cannot go right from that lane. Yeah, you should have switched lane. Just be careful with your speed. So this is 70. Yep. Maybe apply the brake to drop the speed a little bit. Yep, that's it. Hello and welcome to Signal Driving School YouTube channel. My name is Chris and I'm a driving instructor at Signal Driving School. If you are new here, please consider subscribing to our channel and also turn on the notification bell so that you get notified when we release new videos. You can also check us out on Instagram, Signal Driving School Australia. So in today's video, we are going to be doing a mock test at Carseldine. So this is one of the centers that many people consider doing their driving test at. And it's actually one of the biggest around the Brisbane north side. So definitely a lot of people consider doing their driving test. And then sometime also if you're not doing your driving test on weekdays, you can actually do your driving test on Saturday, but this time you have to do it at Zillmere, which is just very close to where the Carseldine test center is. The person doing the mock test has never driven this car before, so this is their first time to drive this car. And they also have never had a lesson with me, so this is their first time. They've had a lesson with some other people, but they have never had lessons with me. So we are going to see how they will go with these mock tests. Also, I would like to thank those people, even though they have passed their driving test, they still come back and they share their experiences on the channel. Definitely that's very good to see, and a lot of people actually they benefit from those comments that you make. So definitely if some of you are going to be doing your driving test soon and you pass your driving test, definitely come back and share your experience so that other people, you never know who you are going to be helping. There is a lot of people who have a lot of fear of going to see their driving test. So if you come back and you encourage them, that way if they are going to their driving test, maybe they'll feel a little bit less nervous. So share your experiences, and also if someone have questions about the driving test, definitely try and answer them. Let's get started with this mock test and see how we go. All right, so yeah, don't be nervous. If you have any questions, just ask me. Okay, so this is more like a real test. You just want to find out whether you are ready for the test or not. Key mistakes and everything, yeah. So if you were driving somewhere and you're not sure, obviously some of the things I may not answer you, but if it's like if you're not sure like whether to go left or right, you can actually ask me. Sure. I'm happy to repeat it. Okay, so let's get started. Before starting the mock test, I asked Shishi to identify car controls. He got most of them correct, but does not know about the anti-glare. Can you show me how you would adjust the side mirrors?
Side mirrors. Just left, right?
Yep, that's correct. And then turn on the headlights.
Turn on the headlight. Yeah.
And then high beams.
High beams?
Yep. Windscreen wipers, the front one.
Windscreen wipers.
Yep. And then the back one. Yep. The front demister.
Front demister. This fans will be on.
The demister.
Demister. On this one, yeah.
So that's the back one.
Oh, front one is yeah.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the back one.
Turn on the hazard lights.
Hazard lights.
Yep. Air conditioning.
Air conditioning is going on.
Yep. What does this do?
Yeah. This one.
Yep.
And this one.
So what does it do, like this little thing here?
If you go like this.
Yes. What does it do? Like, why is it there?
Oh. To make it stable?
No.
No?
Not quite.
Oh, what is this?
So that's actually an anti-glare. So if you're driving at night and there is light coming in the mirror,
okay,
so that stops the reflection of the light.
This one?
Yeah.
So if you do this, that
yeah, it will turn the mirrors. So it will turn the mirror so that the light doesn't affect your eyes. Yeah.
But still I have to do like this, don't I?
Usually I leave it so that it's visible.
Oh, still, is it visible? Still visible? Oh, yeah.
So you can move the mirror if you're not able to see.
Yeah.
But I usually put it in the place so that you can see it.
Yeah, I got that now.
Okay. All right. So that's the questions that I'll ask you. Whenever you're ready, you can reverse out, and then we're just gonna head down that way.
That's all right.
Yep.
That's what they ask in the test as well, isn't it?
Yeah. So they're not gonna ask you all of those stuff. They're just gonna ask you 2 questions. Yeah. But I went through all of them pretty much.
Is this okay? Reverse. Yeah.
Yep. She should carry out a good all-around observation before reversing. So you can go right. And then go left. And then we are going to go left again. And then turn left. After turning left, Shishi does well to use the left lane to build up the speed, as well as recognizing that he needs to merge to the right. So at the roundabout, I'm gonna get you to make a right turn. At the roundabout coming up, Shishi makes his first critical driving error. I ask him to go right at the next roundabout, but he does not change lane. He attempts to turn right from the left lane, so I intervene. Oh, you cannot go right from that lane. Yeah, you should have switched lane. That's okay, you can keep going, it's fine.
No, can't I go?
You can't use that lane for right turn. You have to be in the right hand side lane.
Critical mistake, right?
Yeah, but that's fine, that's okay, don't worry, just keep going. At the next traffic lights, I'll get you to go right. So you wanna be thinking ahead. Just think about what I asked you to do. You might need to make your own lane changes. Yep. So at the next traffic lights, we are going right. I ask Shishi to go right at the next traffic lights, and he does a good lane change. We are turning right at the traffic lights, and Shishi only applies the right signal after coming to a stop. So you know where we're going now?
Right.
After turning right, the speed limit is 70 kilometers per hour. Shishi builds up the speed really nicely, but ends up going over the speed limit and is almost doing 80 kilometers per hour, so I ask him to slow down. This mistake is a critical driving error. Just be careful with your speed. So this is 70. Yep. Maybe apply the brake to drop the speed a little bit. Yep, that's it. So soon we are going to be making a left turn, so you can take the slip lane on the left coming up. He does well to check the left side mirror before crossing the bicycle lane. However, he does not slow down on time when turning into this slip lane and ends up braking abruptly. Shishi does well with merging after turning left. He signals correctly, checks the right side mirror, and also looks over his right shoulder, which is the correct procedure for changing lanes. And I'm just gonna get you to take the slip lane on the left.
This one?
Yep. When turning left in this slip lane, Shishi does not slow down, so I intervene by pressing the brake because I'm not sure whether they are vehicle turning from the opposite side. This mistake is a critical driving error. We are heading to the motorway, and Shishi takes too long to build up the speed and ends up slowing down other vehicles. He also merges in a 100 kilometers per hour zone, doing 60 kilometers per hour. This mistake is a critical driving error. He does well though to apply the right signal and also carries out the proper observation when merging. I ask Shishi to do a couple of lane change and he does them well, except he does not do a blind spot check on the second one. When safe to do so, you can change in the middle lane. And when safe to do so, you can change into the right lane. So at the traffic lights, we are going right.
Right lane?
Either lane is fine. So you might need to use the windscreen wipers. Yeah. At these sets of traffic lights, we are turning right and the green arrow has turned to amber. Shishi attempts to go through when it is safe to stop, so I intervene to stop us from running a red light. In this situation, our speed is too low, so the best thing to do is to stop the car. This mistake is a critical driving error.
Yeah, you need to stop because see that car is running a red light, so you don't want to be like that.
While waiting at these lights, Shishi removes both hands from the steering wheel. If you remove one hand for no reason, it's a non-critical driving error. However, most of the time, removing both hands from the steering wheel is a critical driving error.
So when you are driving and you are behind the steering wheel, where should your hand be? Yeah, on the steering wheel. Yeah.
These two lanes are merging into one lane, and Shishi does well to check the left-hand side lane to see if there is no one trying to cut in front of us.
When you get to the next traffic lights, I'll get you to turn left.
The speed limit on this street is 50 kilometers per hour, but Shishi ends up doing 54 kilometers per hour. I ask him to slow down. This mistake is a critical driving error.
Just be careful with the speed. It's 50. So when you reach the next intersection, I'll get you to turn left.
Shishi again stops abruptly at this stop sign.
When you reach the traffic lights, I'm gonna get you to go right. So you use the left lane to go right.
Use left lane to go right?
Yeah. So using the left lane. This rain was unexpected.
Good lane discipline turning right at these traffic lights.
Then I'll have you to go left, so I'll get you to turn left.
Is slip lane?
Yep, it's slip lane here.
Good observation turning left. Good observation at this slip lane.
Straight.
Just straight ahead.
There are two lanes forming one lane coming up. Shishi checked the mirrors, blind spot, but does not signal right.
So just before this traffic light, there is a street. I'll get you to go right before the traffic lights.
Before the traffic light.
Yeah.
Shishi approaches this right turn too fast. Also, the right tires are touching the solid line on the right.
And I'll get you to take the first street on the left.
When driving in unmarked streets, especially in residential areas, it is essential that we keep to the left unless overtaking parked vehicles. On a number of occasions, Shishi does drive in the middle of the street. If this was a driving test, continuing to repeat the same mistake results in what we call a repeated driving fault, which makes the test results unsuccessful.
What I'll get you to do, at the end of the street, you can go right.
Good distance between our car and parked vehicles. Also, this turn is a little challenging because we have a car parked, but Shishi does maneuver the vehicle really well.
Then you can take the street on your left. And then first street on your right. And then I'll get you to pull over on the left when you can.
Good distance from the curb after pulling over on the left.
Okay, hold on. So you can park and brake. So what I will get you to do here, I'll get you, when you're ready, I'll get you to reverse the car in a straight line.
Okay.
I will tell you when to stop.
This is reverse, isn't it? This or this?
Yeah, so reverse. So if you look in the dashboard as well, see like the R?
Oh, R is
Yeah,
reverse.
so it shows you there.
Good observation before starting a reversing exercise. Shishi does well to reverse straight, but does not sufficiently and physically look behind. This mistake is a non-critical driving fault.
Okay, that's enough. That will do. And then whenever you're ready, you can turn around the car.
U-turn?
So you do whatever you feel it's safe to do. So you just want to turn around the car.
Good observation before turning around the car. He also does well with this maneuver, but probably should not dry steer. Shishi does not check the left and right before reversing, and also doing the last forward movement.
And then at the end of the street, you can go right.
Okay.
At this bend, Shishi makes another critical driving error because 2/3 of the vehicle is on the wrong side of the road. We particularly want to keep left when approaching bends because oncoming vehicles cannot see us and we cannot see them.
So see, like a bit of your car is on the wrong side of the road there. So you want to be keeping to the left, especially when you are around those bends. And make sure you keep the car as left as possible. And then this intersection coming up here, I'm gonna get you to go left. And then from here you can just follow the road.
Well done going through this staggered crossroad.
Okay, so this intersection coming up here, I would like you to do a U-turn. So just around here, this crossroad here, you can do a U-turn.
Shishi does a good U-turn at the crossroad. He carries out proper observation as well. Again, he does well at this staggered crossroad.
At the end of the street, you can go right.
When turning right, it's important that we don't signal too early as this might confuse other road users. Shishi applies the right signal too early when approaching the end of the street.
Then I'm gonna get you to go left, so just in front of these cars here.
he approaches this bend really well.
And then turn left at the giveaway sign. And then go right at this intersection.
When approaching this stop sign, Shishi does not apply the brakes on time and ends up doing another abrupt braking. Again, because this is a repeated mistake, this can make the test result unsuccessful.
And then left at the end.
After turning right, half of our vehicle was driving in the parking lane. I stepped in case the vehicle behind assumed we are parking and try to overtake.
Just be careful not to drive. This is not a lane.
No.
Yeah. Are the traffic lights coming up? Can go right. Can actually turn on the lights here. And then at the roundabout coming up, we can go right.
Shishi brakes abruptly again when approaching this roundabout. At this roundabout, Shishi selects a safe gap and also shows good use of signals when turning right. I ask Shishi to change to the left lane and he does really well.
When safe to do so, you can change into the left lane.
We are approaching a set of traffic lights and looking ahead, we can see that they are red lights. Shishi does not brake on time and make another abrupt stop.
So we are going to be going left. So we are going left. We are going left.
And left?
Yeah. So just this one.
That way?
Yep. And then go right. Just go turn right. Yeah, into that one. So you need a right lane for that. Yep, that's it. Yeah.
From here?
Yeah, you can go right there. you might want to bring the car back a little bit. Yeah, that's it. Yes, just go slowly, a little bit slow. Yep. Can we try and reverse maybe in one of these parking spots on the left? So you can reverse, yeah.
We've come to the end of this mock test, and it's now time for feedback.
Yep, that's it.
Done?
Yeah, that's it. I'll turn on this light. All right, so let's first start with when we left the first time we left the center.
Yeah, they're right there. Yeah.
Yeah, the parking.
Yeah.
I said to you, go right at the roundabout. Okay. So for the driving test, you are supposed to make lane changes to follow the directions. Okay. So when you're gonna go for your driving test, the examiner is not gonna tell you everything. Yeah. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they will say, okay, at the roundabout, turn right. If you are in the left lane, you should change lane into the right lane. Or sometimes they'll say to you, at the roundabout, turn left. If you are in the right lane, you're gonna make sure you change lane. Okay. Same thing when you go at the traffic lights. If you're gonna go right at the traffic lights, you need to be in the correct lane. Okay. That was a critical driving error because you are trying to turn left from. Imagine if there was because that roundabout is a multi-lane roundabout, so both lanes can go straight. So if there was a car in the right lane, you try to turn left. To turn right, you're gonna crash. The other problem is your speed. So a number of times you heard me saying to you, slow down. You remember?
Sorry, after stopping and raising the car?
Yeah.
Starting the car?
So you remember a number of times I said to you, you might want to be careful with your speed. And actually at one particular time I asked you to brake. Okay. So that's actually a critical driving error as well. Because speeding is a critical driving error in the driving test. You need to make sure that you're staying under the speed limit. So on 2 occasions, one time you were doing 78 in a 70 zone. So that's when I had to say to you brake. And then another time you did 54 in a 50 zone. So you want to be careful with your speed a bit. And actually your speed is is actually, if you can manage your speed, your driving should be okay. Because most of the stuff here, like when you're approaching in an intersection, you're going very fast and then you're doing sudden braking. Okay, so it's not like you're rushing to drop off someone at the airport. Just take your time. You know there's a giveaway sign coming up. Just drop the speed nice and early. Okay. Or maybe you know there is a stop sign. Just start dropping the speed nice and early. So if this was a driving test, you get a critical error for your road position. You get a critical error for your turning position. Because sometimes you're turning right, but you're cutting a corner. So you need to, like, let's say you are going let's say you're trying to turn right. Like for example here, you cannot just come and do something like this. Gonna go forward a little bit and turn. Okay. Because if you go and then another car is coming, or maybe if you go and you see another car last minute, you don't have time to react.
Yeah.
So just stay in your lane until you are ready to turn. So I'll be a little bit working on it. I would recommend you work on your turning position and work on your braking. So you're doing sudden braking. One time actually at the stop sign you braked and I don't know if you saw, I was almost hit my head on the dashboard. Okay. When you reversing, you are relying on the mirror too much. So yes, check your mirror, but most of the time you need to be looking through the back window when you're doing a straight line reverse. Okay. For the 3.10, you did dry steer for a little bit.
What is that? Sorry.
Dry steering without moving.
Dry steering.
Yeah, so you are stationary and then you're turning the steering.
Can be done that?
You wanna try and avoid it because it's actually not good for the car. I don't know what this one might.
Need to rotate the steering while moving the car.
Yeah. So take off the brake, let the tires roll a little bit, and then you steer.
Okay.
Sometimes some situation you definitely need to dry steer. And usually if you're just doing it for a little bit, the examiner might not mark it. But because yours was a little bit obvious, you need to try and let the tire roll a little bit and then you steer.
Because the road was a little bit congested, that's why, yeah?
Yes. So in that situation, you probably do a 5.10. So instead of doing a 3.10, you can do like a 5.10. Okay. Yeah, so usually the big problem is really too fast approaching turns, road position. Sometimes you're driving too close to the right. So remember when we were going around the bend, and I said to you, part of your car is on the wrong side of the road, so you're trying to cut through like that. You need to stay on your lane, because at the bend you don't actually know whether there is someone coming, because you cannot see them, they can't see you as well. So that's why you stay on the left just in case. This one also sometimes is a critical error. Be careful, because you removed both hands from the steering wheel.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's usually.
So today, if it was real driving test, I would be failed suddenly because there are lots of critical errors, isn't it?
So this one will get the driving test. The examiner will terminate the test here. So probably, obviously, it's good that you're doing this mock test.
So
but if that was a real test,
they will just
it
get me
wouldn't
back
have
to the
lasted
office.
more than 5 minutes.
So
that roundabout mistake they would have come back straight away.
okay.
Yeah. So it's good that you're doing this. Yeah. Otherwise, there's not much really. And then I think when you motorway, just try and practice your motorway as well. Okay.
Speed of 100, isn't it?
So like, why do you think they put that that motorway ramp there? Why is it there?
Sorry, what is that?
You know the motorway ramp, the on ramp for the motorway. Why do you think it's there? So obviously you're going to the motorway and you've got that left lane. Why is it there?
Because they drive in left hand.
But that one is kind of like merging. It's for people entering the motorway. Why is that there?
So I didn't understand your questions.
So you are coming to the motorway. And then you've got this on ramp here. Why is this lane here?
This lane?
Yeah, this
to get
on
more
ramp.
from that way, isn't it?
Yeah, This is for you to pick up your speed. If you look on the motorway, there is actually a solid line here, which prevents people on the motorway to actually access this lane. So this lane is for you to get up the speed. Okay. So you came here and you really slow down the car to 40, and then gradually you started accelerating. I looked in the mirror. This car, you are around here doing 60. This car had to brake. So you don't want to be merging in 100 zone doing 60. That's too slow.
So you must be...
Get up to the speed, try and do 80. Because the motorway, the traffic was flowing nicely, so there was no reason why we have to be doing 60. We want to make sure we get up to the speed. Okay. So this is also a critical driving rule in the test. Because the traffic is flowing nicely, we don't have an excuse why we have to be doing 60. So this lane here, this is for you to get up to the speed. Okay. Any questions with this one?
Can I have a look once?
Yep.
Lit signal to turn right. Okay.
Yeah, so I think 2 times you getting to the maybe like the traffic lights, and then that's when you're putting on the right signal. The signal should come on a little bit early.
Immediately when you say?
You should not quite, because actually once you apply the signal a little bit too early, I'll probably, hopefully the lighting was good in the video. I'll probably add a little bit more stuff there, because I have to watch it and see how it went. But there was a time where I said to you, go right at the end of the street, and then you indicated way too early. So it's up to you. You need to figure out, you want to be indicating maybe within, I'll say 30 meters. So when you are about 30 meters, that's when you apply the signal. But that time when you put on the signal, you were still like 100 meters away. So those are non-critical driving errors though. You won't fail for that, but obviously it adds up. It adds up. You can actually have that paper.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Thank you so much.
All the best.
That's it for today. If you enjoyed watching this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you have any questions, you can leave them in the comment down below. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell so that you get notified when we release new videos. Otherwise, if you are doing a driving test soon, I wish you the best of luck. See you in the next video.